Reddit, meantime, on deck to IPO, marking this year's first major tech debut. And for more on IPOs and the state of the private markets, let's bring in Sunaina Haldea, Raymond James Private Capital Advisory Global Head. Sunaina, welcome back. Is this a big deal? Reddit itself, outside of just being the first, it's not the leader, certainly, in social networks.
Absolutely. Investors, especially institutional investors and private equity investors, are watching this IPO very closely to see if it does open the markets up, the markets having been shut for almost 18 months now. There are nearly $3.7 trillion worth of assets sitting in private equity. That includes buyout, growth capital, venture capital investors' books, many of the largest of which need to be coming to the market to access IPOs. And so this is being watched very carefully to see what the appetite is like, how does it perform, and does it mean that many more companies can come out or not?
Sunaina, why is this even a question? I mean, we've got the major indices near or at record highs. We've got risk assets. We're just talking about Bitcoin surging to records as well. In this environment, usually IPOs are just a bonanza.
John, here's the crux of it, right? While we know that the Fed is likely to cut rates in the second half of this year, we still have interest rates at highs, and we know that investors have ridden the indices to record highs. The question is, will they take profits from some of the index performance, Magnificent Seven performance? Will they take money out of treasuries and CDs and revolve them into other risk plays, including IPOs? That's the open question. Now, we'll see how Reddit performs. And if Reddit performs, the NASDAQ CEO is on record saying that they've received almost 100 confidential filings of companies who might want to come out this year. So that's a big backlog, and all of it will be watching how investors react to Reddit.
Yeah, I mean, we talk so much about how public market investors are going to react once Reddit starts trading. But I wonder how important this is for private markets, too. I mean, we know that private equity is sitting on quite a number of companies, for example, as well as, the startup world, sitting on companies, but private equity sitting on companies that are going to have to realize exits. Maybe there's dry powder waiting in the wings. And I wonder how much of the private markets are actually seized up or frozen or thawing slowly until we do see some more of these exit strategies realized.
Certainly for the largest, maturest private equity funds out there, we're talking about large buyouts or even venture funds with large companies sitting on their books. The IPO is the exit path of choice. And private equity institutional investors, we're talking about the pension plans, endowments, foundations that put money into private equity funds, have been waiting quite patiently over the last 5 to 6 quarters for the distribution rate, the return of capital rate from private equity funds to increase back to normal conditions. Now, until the IPO market windows opens and or the M&A markets pick up, that is not going to happen. So having the capital markets open back up, both equity and debt, is an important exit pathway for the entire private markets industry at large. And that's what's at play here.
And so broadening back out then and looking at the overall state of private equity, with so much dry powder on the sidelines, if the IPO market doesn't open back up, what's the impact? What do they do?
Well, they have to go back and assess other alternative exit pathways. There's really 2 others that are available to the private markets players today. The first one, of course, being an M&A sale. Are there trade buyers for these companies? Are there other private equity funds that are perhaps larger that could buy some of these businesses? And finally, there's the secondaries market. The secondaries market has a conduit for these sponsor-backed, sponsor-led transactions that can help then exit and provide liquidity for older investors and bring in a new set of investors. Both those pathways, M&A and GP-led secondaries, remain open to private market players that hold these companies. But certainly for the largest, maturest companies out there, the IPO is one and sometimes the only route for them to bring those companies out for liquidity.